Get ready with me in Korea! You guys, I don't know what it is, but being in Korea is literally making me rethink everything. It was only 4 or 5 months ago when I decided to move away from Japan and try out living in Europe, and then everyone suddenly hated me. Since then, I got a whole apartment in Paris, and I also went to language school to make my French better, which actually helped so much. But remember when I decided to leave Japan, it was always kind of like with an open-mindedness to coming back. I think a lot of people thought that I hated living in Japan, and that was not the case. I literally just wanted to try something else, and I always had this fantasy of living in Europe, and I wanted to try it. So recently I've kind of been reopening myself to the idea of going back to Japan, because I would be lying if I said there wasn't days where I miss Japan so much and just miss my life there. Especially now that summer is coming up, I'm really scared to be in Europe during winter. Also, I feel like I've always had this idea that if I was to live in Asia, Japan is always my place. It's what I'm used to. It's where I went to school. It's where I lived the past 3 years. But now, after the 5th time coming to Korea, I'm like, wait, I could kind of see myself living here. There's so many cool things about Korea that aren't in Japan. So I definitely have been catching myself thinking about going to language school in Korea, which is crazy, but I'm more open to the idea than I was before, you know what I mean? So I think the plan right now is to just spend the next 2 months in Asia and then decide what I really want to do. But as of right now, all I can say is that I miss Japan so much. So I'm so excited to go back in a week. And do not get me wrong, living in France and traveling Europe has been so much fun the past few months, but I think I just miss what I'm really used to. And I think that every time I come to Asia, I'm just reminded how many things there are here that I kind of took for granted for the 3 years that I lived in Japan, because I feel after living somewhere for so long, it's so easy to take things for granted. I'm just a boy. Everybody gets mad at me because I like to move around a lot, but that's just who I am. I have to do my hair. Today, I'm actually going to meet a friend in Seoul, someone who lives here that I've been mutuals with for a while, but we've never actually met before. So I'm really excited. I feel I don't have that many friends in Seoul. So one of my favorite things to do when I travel is just find people that I'm mutuals with on TikTok and just meet up with them. I think one of the biggest advantages in life is just having friends in different cities all over the world, because you never know, one day they could help you. Okay, I'm ready now. I have to go take the train right now. So bye.